Madhu, thank you so much for joining us. Please let us know about your journey. We would love to hear about the key milestones and experiences that have shaped your path and got you here.
So, sure. It's my pleasure to share it with Economic Times, the Economic Times. So, I have in total good 15 years of experience in HR itself. And I would also add here that I've recently got promoted as Senior Manager HR. So I got that confirmation as well. So the journey, I would say, as you know, people say it is actually a journey, I would say. I have learned a lot in these 15 years. But the key milestones, if I talk about, it's always about your achievements in your career. It's always about your achievement at the end of the day. If you're not achieving anything, that means it's of no use. Whatever you are gaining in your experience, you should implement, you should execute. And then, if there is a result out of it, if there is an output, that means it is working. And if it is not showing up, that means you have not learned, you have not implemented well, and it has not been efficient actually. So that's what is the learning. And also, these many years, I have learned the skill of people management, I would say. Human resources is all about people management. But yes, technology, stepping into the fraternity in the industry, I have also learned how to work on these, digital platforms. So which also play a very important role in, enhancing the employee experience altogether, because my forte is employee experience. I manage the talent. So in last conference also, we were discussing talent 5.0. So what kind of talent we are going to hire? What are their expectations? I am very closely working on all these things. I have also, read a lot about Gen Z. What is the expectation? What the initial, set of millennials, I would say, what was their mindset? What was their expectation from the employer? And what these new kids on the board, what is their expectation out of their employers? So I'm very, very closely studying all these facts. So that's how we will be able to cope up with this kind of generation. Otherwise, I would say, I won't disclose my age here, but yes, I am a millennial. And yes, I should know what my upcoming generation needs. What is its expectation? So coming back to the question about my journey, I have learned all these things. Yes, I have learned how to match and meet the expectation of the business. Key milestones, if I talk about, I got Founders Day Award as well when I was working with my previous organization. I worked for the employees when it comes to, when COVID, when there was pandemic. So there was a lot of hopeless people that, used to approach us, taking their grievances like, is my job secure in this organization? So yes, we used to handle and manage such kind of grievances as well. We used to arrange communications with the leadership, wherein we used to give assurance to the employees that yes, in this hardship also we are there with you. That's what the organization, was making its stand in amongst the employees. And that's how we got in a row Great Place to Work achievement as well, the certification as well. And I was there for good 4 years. My last organization was Max Life Insurance. And I would say I closely worked with the leaders and learned a lot about people management, I would say. So these are the, small little achievements here also, like this last achievement is again a milestone. And people are coming back to me, congratulating, and they are recognizing actually that yes, you deserve this. So that makes a difference. And that's how it is important for any professional. That's how it is, it makes a difference.
No, absolutely, Madhu. I so agree with you. I think that the journey is really beautiful, and it is, adorned with all these learnings, all the hard work that you put in all this while. In terms of understanding not just the business requirements, but also aligning yourself to the core purpose, and not just again,
Absolutely.
not just the
Yes.
organizational purpose, but also your as a person, your individual purpose as well. I think that is extremely important. I think you stuck to it, and you're adding great value, and so good to see you, and heartiest congratulations for the promotion.
Thank you so much. I would also like to add here, Aditya, one more point. Like you just mentioned personal, growth.
Yeah.
That is very, very important. I would say, people excel in their professional journey, in their professional life. But what is the effort that a person is putting in its own personal growth? What are the efforts that you are making? What is the contribution that you are yourself making to your own personal growth? That is very important. And that, make you outshine, that make you outstand amongst the,
Yes.
average crowd of people in the industry.
Absolutely.
That's how you make yourself stand out. And for that, of course, you have to work hard.
Yeah.
You have to really work hard. There is no, see, people say work smart. Yes, of course, we should work smart. But I very strongly believe that there is no shortcut to hard work. There is no shortcut to success. You will have to put in your energy, you will have to put in your mind and heart to achieve something. That's what I very strongly believe. So that's what I wanted to add here.
No, very,
Thanks.
very important. Very, very, very important point that you added here. I think that's extremely important. In fact, that connects me to the next question, which is, about your core values. So, what are the fundamental principles that guide your actions and decision making?
I very strongly believe in being honest, and whatever you are doing, you should do with your soul and heart. That's what at times, people tell me that you are very workaholic and you are very emotional when it comes to your work. So I say that's what I live, and that's how, because I love my job. And that's the reason it is important for me to give my, heart and soul to it. And that's how, I don't believe in working hours. That is the problem. That is also a advantage, and that is also a problem as well, because people, my boss comes and say me, you were there till 10 o'clock in the office, what's wrong with you? And then I say, boss, I was just closing my pendencies. So that's what I very strongly believe in, and these are my core values. I worship my work, and that's what takes me ahead. That's what I say. I do not avoid my things. That's what I very strongly believe in.
Very true, very true. I love this thing, because I think honesty, conviction, it's very, very important in today's time. You're driven, and but there's nothing external that is driving you, but it is your inner passion, your zeal, that is
Absolutely.
driving you towards excellence. So I think that's a very beautiful note that you just touched. Very, very important. Thanks so much, Madhu.
I
And
ever tell,
now,
yeah, please, please.
please go ahead.
I have a team of 10 people currently that I am driving. So
Okay.
whenever during our team meets, I tell them this fact. And the meeting gets extended because I talk a lot. I tell them what to do, what not to. So they just look at me. Yeah, we will try to, meet your expectation as well. So I always tell them that there should be a zeal within. Nobody should be, should be there to drive you. You should be self-driven. There should be some passion that should be there within yourself. You should introspect at times. That's very important. That's very, very important for a person to introspect. Whenever I give feedbacks to employees as well, I tell them that, you will get a lot of time to have fun. That time is always there. But these 9 hours or 10 hours, are the working hours, and you should give your soul to it. You should be passionate towards the closures of the things, and that's how it works for you also. You give it and you take it. It's a
Absolutely.
it's a very give and take thing, and it has also a ripple effect, Aditya. If you agree with me, it
Yeah.
has a ripple effect. People see you, they also try to be like you. Just be a
Yeah.
role model of somebody, I would say.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I believe in.
Absolutely. It's always, quite infectious, such kind of qualities and such kind of
Yes,
values that you hold. They're very infectious and people learn, from, and they really look up to leaders like you. So
absolutely.
that's a very, very valid point. So thank you. And before I move to the next question, Sorik, you're here. Can you wait for 5 minutes and join back? Because this interview is going on. So after that, probably we'll have a conversation. Is that all right?
Sure, that works. Can somebody ping me once it's done and I'll join?
Drishti will do that for sure.
Cool, cool, not a problem. Thank
Thanks
you.
so much, Sorik. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so that brings me to the next question, which is your success mantra. So please share some strategies or beliefs that have contributed to your achievement here.
Sure. So, see, success mantra is, people call it a success mantra, but I think you live with it and it becomes a success mantra for others. Right. So, one, I'll start from the scratch. One that I have followed is learning, consistent learning. Every inch of life, every person in life gives you learning. It's just not in the books. It's just not in the books. You are sitting with an employee, and the person might give you some kind of learning during that conversation. That also happens. I have experienced it multiple times, I would say. I'll be honest. I have learned from my team members as well. Then I introspect myself that yes, that girl, my daughter is 8 years old, Aditya, and she also teaches me at times. And once parents and kids, it is a very strong relationship, but then it is assumed worldwide that parents only teach the children, they are the first teachers. But I have experienced something very different. I have learned from my kids as well, and that's people should observe. So coming back to the point, what is the success mantra? One is consistent learning. Second, you should dream. Dreaming is very important. If you do not know where do you have to reach, what do you want to achieve in life, how will you prepare and how will you strategize the entire path? You have to at least define a destination to travel to. So that's very important. Second is dreaming. And third is focus. Focus should be there. If you're not focusing on what you want to achieve in your life or career, you will be distracted. And trust me, there are distractions, there are deviations. But then you will have to just ignore, you will have to just focus on your goal, and that's how you will achieve it. That's what I do and I follow, and it is working for me at least.
Very well said. I think that certainly is true, that you need to have a goal always. You need to be purpose driven. There has to be something that you really want to do, and dream big is extremely important, because what you envision is something that you really try to achieve as well. If you're not seeing anything big, probably you won't ever try to do anything extraordinary. So I think that's
Absolutely.
very, very important. I too agree, on this particular aspect, quite important. And now, very interesting, and I'm sure everybody would be interested to know as well. What is the advice that you have for the upcoming youngsters and the young HR leaders? What words of wisdom or guidance do you have for them?
So there are three things that that work for every professional, not just for HRs. you should work on your data. It is the number that drives you. Second is the discipline. Third is your mindset. It should be positive. If it is negative and you fail also, you will keep on failing. If you are, going ahead with a positive mindset, even if you fail, you will stand up, you will again work for your, success. So these three things, I think, summing up all these things definitely take you towards success in your career in life. Whatever it is a job, it is a business, whatever it is, or even if you are a student, it works well for everybody. That's what I have learned.
The growth mindset point that you just mentioned is extremely important. That transition from I cannot to I can really makes a difference. And I think now individuals, in order to become future ready, organizations are really
Absolutely.
investing in their people who have that growth mindset, who feel they can make a difference. So I think that point is
Absolutely.
extremely important, a very valuable takeaway you've given to emerging leaders, young HR leaders, and I'm sure this will really, really help them. Thank you so much, Madhu, for joining us. It was a pleasure interacting with you. Wishing you all the very best. Keep rising, keep shining, and keep inspiring us.
Thank you so much, Aditya. Thank you for having me here. Thanks a lot.